Hello everyone. Today, myself Priyanshi Parmar and my teammate Path Soni are going to present a presentation on data visualization. So, today we are going to cover data visualization, like what is data visualization, what is the need of data visualization, and how we can achieve the data visualization, and what are the various tools which we have used, and the example that we have used for power generation in India for representing our data visualization topic. So, moving further, what is the data visualization? So the simplest definition I get in my mind is the presentation of data in pictorial or graphical form. So data visualization is a graphical representation of information and data. By using visual elements like charts, graphs, and maps, data visualization tools provide an accessible way to see and understand trends, outliers, and patterns in data. So this helps us to understand difficult concepts in easy manner, and this also helps us to identify new patterns in the data. That is what data visualization is. Now, why we need data visualization? When we get a data, there is a huge number of data, raw data, which is not processed, which is very difficult to understand. There is very much complexity behind that big data. So this data visualization simplifies the complexity behind the big data, and we can have data presentation over a selective data, what data we need. So it can be like easy representation in forms of trends, bar plots, or pie charts, or extras. Uh, so, wha- so how can we achieve the best data visualization? I think you need to be aware with your data, what kind of data you are going to use, what kind of data, how you are going to use. That is the best that can help us to achieve the best data visualization. Here we have used some several terms like data exploration and data manipulation. So I'll let you know what is data exploration and data manipulation. Data exploration is an approach similar to initial data analysis whereby a data analyst uses visual exploration to understand what is the data set, what is in data set, and the characteristics of the data rather than through traditional data management systems. So data manipulation. Data manipulation is the process of changing data to make it easier to read or be more organized. For example, uh, for example, a log of data can be more organized in alphabetical order, which can make an individual entries easier to locate, or several dates in ascending form or in descending form. So this is how we can this is what data manipulation and data exploration is. They both have a huge part. They both are huge part of the data visualization. So that's why we have covered here. And now moving forward to the tool which we are going to use for data visualization, that is SAP Lumira. SAP Business Objects Lumira is also known as Lumira. It is a business intelligence software which is developed by SAP Business Objects. So this software is used to manipulate and visualize data. Lumira was initially launched as SAP Visual Intelligence in 2012, and the first edition of the software could only use SAP HANA's platform as a data source. The second release expanded data source to include CSV and Excel files in 2013. SAP rebranded the software under the name Lumira and began offering a version of software as a cloud computing program. In 2015, the cloud version of Lumira was absorbed into SAP's Cloud for Analytics software, while Lumira Server and Lumira Desktop software remain separate. So, now we will talk about our data set. The data set which we have taken for power generation in India is from 2017 to 2020. I mean 2020. Energy is the building block for the economic development. Electricity is the most flexible form of energy that constitutes one of the vital infrastructural inputs in socio-economic development. India is the country with one of the highest number of population in the world, which is nearly 1/6 of the world population. The growth rate in India is 6.8% in the year 2018. With the advancement of Indian economy, there has been interfuel substitution from conventional fuel like coal, firewood and oil to electricity in various sectors. Households, because of their higher disposable income, have become more and more dependent on electric gadgets for recreation and comfort. Economic growth causes expansion in the industrial and commercial sectors where electricity has been used as basic energy input because of its clean and efficient nature. So here we have taken data set from from different region. We have it in different region format and also in state and union territory format. So we have taken it as a region format for further data visualization. There are three types of power generation which we have taken into consideration, that is hydropower generation, thermal power generation and nuclear power generation. So firstly we'll move forward with hydropower generation. So here there is a bar plot which shows the actual hydropower generation and estimated power generation in different regions, which is sorted by different regions, that is eastern, northeastern, northern, southern and western. So here in as we can see, in northern region there is estimated power generation is more than the actual power generation. So we have taken this and manipulated data for the purpose of finding out the highest power generation in terms of date of actual generation of power. Hydropower generation is the highest generation in one day, is 341.97 units. So that date was that there were several dates on which this was the highest generation in one day. So we have not mentioned dates over here, but this was the highest unit which was generated in a day. So moving forward with nuclear power generation, we have again taken actual and estimated. So here we can see their nuclear power generation is more in southern region of India. In fact, it is not generated in northern region of India. Actual generation of power is more than the estimated. So we have taken that in consideration, and we have found out bottom three nuclear power generation in actual on the basis of date. So the highest power generated, we have taken here the lowest power generated data, that is 26.15 units. So there were the bottom three display, and these several dates have the same amount of units which are the lowest generation of power in nuclear power generation. Now moving forward with thermal generation. Actually, the thermal power generation is mostly in western region of the country. So actual thermal power generation is approximately same as estimated power generation. So there is just a bit difference between them. So here we have taken this into the consideration, the western region, and we have taken a pie chart which shows the bottom three thermal power generation by date. So here date is not clear, but it is actually 22nd September of 2017. The power generation units were 270 units. 270 units. So we have manipulated the data according to date to find out the bottom or the highest power generation. So we have found out a different ways. So we have found out different ways. For hydropower generation, we have found out the highest power generation. For nuclear, we have found out the lowest power generation, and here we have here also we have found out the three bottom power generation with the dates. So there were several dates, so we could not have managed to find out in the previous two, but we have managed for thermal power generation, so that we can show you the different various ways of power generations. So I would like to end this presentation here, and I would like to thank my mentors, teachers, for giving me this opportunity, and thank you to all the viewers. Thank you so much.